Champion City Podcast, where we tell real stories from grinders, hustlers, and everybody on the come up. If you're still in the trenches or you still trying to get that bag, this for you. This your blueprint, your motivation, your platform. Let's go. I wear little ass shorts, bro. You notice?
Yeah, I see.
You wear them like that too?
Nah.
Oh, we on? I was just talking about how my shorts are small, dude, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I like wearing my shorts at the knee, maybe a little above the knee.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit more comfortable like that. I remember when I was younger, I used to wear the shorts to like the shin, you know?
I hear you.
That's probably how you wear them, no?
I'm just in jeans everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, even when it's hot or even when it's cold, I'm just always in sweats or jeans.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
But yeah, though.
So man, look, we had a cancellation today, so it worked out actually. You know, like I believe a lot in destiny, bro. You know, official lows here. I'm gonna introduce them a little bit because we give opportunities to a lot of up and coming artists. That's how we started our platform. That's how our platform is being built off of supporting artists that don't have a big following, artists that are barely coming up, trying to get their things going. And before I start off, I guess, hey, thanks for everybody tapping in, man. I'm getting ahead of myself because I was thinking about my shorts and shit, man. You know.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. Today we had Young Scar that was supposed to come out of Oxnard, California. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. And we found out like 2 hours before the show time. So luckily, you know, we had official Lowe's, man, out of South Central. And I was like, you know what? We weren't gonna have a show. We got a lot of jobs to do, printing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? The homie had hit me up a few times already, trying to get on and shoot. And then I think we had put something for like July something,
Yeah,
right?
July 9th.
You know. And then I was like, let me hit him up. He's right here down the street, right? Let me see if he's available. And coincidentally, you're nearby, right?
Yeah.
You know. And he's able to make it. So the cancellation worked out. We got somebody here that's starting to do some music. And we'll get a little bit about kind of like what he's doing. Why don't you go ahead and give your own introduction, bro?
Well, my name is Official Los, man. Born and raised in South Central LA. I've been doing music for like at least 2 or 3 years. I really took it serious more last year, in the ending of last year, like November. I did my first video in the booth, and I got so much love, man, and it was just crazy. And I just felt like, you know what, like if I stay consistent like this, and I just like keep on flowing, this vibe that I have, this flow I have, I'm different. I feel like that's the mindset I kind of went into it. But yeah, though, man, born and raised in LA, man, been doing it for.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. Yeah. So you've been doing. You're young, 21 years old.
Yeah.
So you started doing music, messing around, right?
Yeah,
Like most
like,
people start, right? Yeah.
Like 18,
All right.
19, around
Yeah,
that
yeah.
age, messing around. I didn't take it serious till that video, man.
Oh, that's what's up, man. And thanks for everybody typing on the chat. Hey, Elite Solutions, I haven't seen you for a minute, man. Thanks for coming back, bro. Tapping in, man. You know, appreciate that. Showing love out here. Reckless, Lisa, PG929. I wonder who that is and shoot. Nah, that's my wife right there and shit. She's you know, supporting. Appreciate you. So here we go. Yeah, dude. So tell us a little bit about growing up in South Central. You're born and raised, right? I mean, South Central to me, it's always been like super hood, bro. Right? It's so hood they have to change the name to South Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about growing up there in South Central, dude.
I mean, it was fun, man. I had both parents in the household.
Mm-hmm.
I had my mom and my pops. Well, at the moment, around that time I was growing up, like, they, you know how parents are, you know, they end up divorcing and stuff like that. So they had a little moment. You know, she kicked them out. I was little though, so I didn't really understand it. But as I got older, like I would go to my dad's house, and I started to notice as I'm growing up, like he ain't home no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I hit, like at least I never asked her why though. I never asked my mom why.
Uh-huh.
But you know, sometimes shit happens for a reason. You know, he did something and he got caught slipping and gave him the boot. So really, like my mom was mostly in my life, like and my uncles as well, and my tias, like always just wanted me to do better.
Oh, that's what's up, man. So basically, your mom caught him cheating or something and shit, probably, right?
You know, yeah. No, it was more like my pops got caught messing around, so gave him the boot.
You gave him the boot.
He said, "Get out." And threw all his clothes, and I was little. I'm seeing it, but I'm just like, "Oh no, I'm not in program."
Oh, all
so
right.
I was just like, "Oh, I didn't know until I got older." That's when she told me, and I was like, "Damn, like I didn't know any of that." To this day, he's still in denial, but that's any pops' mom.
Yeah. He's in the right. I'm in the wrong.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. And that happened when you were a young kid, right?
Yeah, I was young.
Yeah. And you grew up like in South Central, like you seen a lot of gangs out there and shit, a lot of hit ups.
There's a video by my house, but it's like it's not active how it was before.
Not like before, like in you growing up as a kid.
I was never like introduced to that. I was always put away from it. Do sports, do basketball. So kind of like falling into having a family that plays sports, that's kind of what drove me away from that mindset.
Oh no, what sports you played then?
Basketball. I remember when I
was, really?
Yeah, I would always play basketball by my house, and that was just like my first ever sport. So ever since I was young, like that was the first sport I got introduced to, and I just stuck with it. And ever since then, I don't play as much as I want to, but I play once in a while against them. But
oh, that's what's up, dude. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess you had a good mom, dude, that would kind of like keep you busy, keep the mind busy, so you never really fell into the street life and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And then like at what age you start focusing, like trying to do some music, bro? You know?
Yeah, like not gonna lie, like 18, 19.
18.
Kind of going into my 20s.
Damn, so you were kind of like already an adult in a way,
right?
Yeah.
Kind of hitting it.
Yeah.
And I was just messing around with it at first because I was trying to like mimic every other artist. Because I was the wave at the moment, you know, and I was like, it didn't feel right because I was getting mixed emotions from people who are, hey, bro, like try to rap in your own voice. Hey, dude, try to sound like this. So it was like so many like people telling me, hey, like don't do that because it means disrespectful and whoopty whoop. So you know what, like let me try it in my normal voice. So I took like 2 weeks off, no studio, no nothing, and then that was when I wrote that song. And then I just studied the whole song, and I was like, you know what, let me shoot a video, and let me boom. The same day I shot the video, the same day I did the song.
Oh,
I did
really?
it all in one night, yeah. And that studio is funny because that our guy that was an engineer, he got in trouble that day because we had too many people in the studio. So he told me like he asked me before, he's like, hey, like, are you bringing a lot of people? I was like, nah, a little bit. And the dude and the people I was with at the time, they brought a bunch of people, their cousins.
Oh, shit.
So he told me, he was like, man, there was et cetera in the video, and it was just like it went crazy, but it was just like, man, I got in trouble, but it's all right though, I'm not tripping. Okay, like okay, that's solid, you know.
Yeah,
And
studio sessions can get wild out, bro.
then,
And
so
what made you get into music, dude?
I was just seeing a lot of like a lot of like really Mexican artists doing it. Like, I felt like what inspired me really to do it was I was really big on listening to Peso, Swag, them, seeing how they
Mhm.
came up and knowing how how we're the same color, Rasa wise.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, seeing them do it and just seeing what they did it for gave me that motivation
Excuse me, dude.
to want to just like like chase
Excuse me.
that dream and just hey, like if it works, it works. If it doesn't, like it's all right. Like as long as I get recognized for being me, all that matters. Staying true to myself.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So,
my
so
character.
you were influenced by some of the new age rappers that are
Yeah,
out there right now and shit. You were like, damn, I can have some kind of style and
yeah,
shit.
and
So you were saying in the beginning that people were trying to tell you like you should try and sound like this, like try
yeah,
and mimic a different artist,
yeah. Like I
and
was
you
trying to
weren't
just
with that and shit.
yeah, like I was trying to find like the wave because there was a certain wave, like the Draco wave, the
Yeah,
Suede
yeah.
wave. After Long List, after he passed away, it was like
Hmm.
nobody sounded like him, and I felt like okay, let me try it out. And it was like luckily one of my homies from Vegas, he checked me about it. He's like, hey, bro, like don't mimic him, because he's gone. Like it's sad, but like you're trying to sound like him, like it's not you.
Hmm.
Be yourself. And it was like my pops too telling me, hey, like just be yourself, like try it in your regular voice, like you never know it might hit. And just me being naive and just me being naive and just negative, like I didn't want to listen to him until like that year that I did it. I was like, you know what, like I was a knucklehead. I didn't want to like he was trying to show me the right way. Instead, I was just being naive and didn't care what he was trying to tell me. I thought that hey, if I sound like this, I'm not gonna get judged. I got judged, but I was like, you know what, like it made me realize that hey, look, it's better to be yourself than be somebody you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
So like stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's dope, man. You started coming out with your own thing and shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
And then so like when like you're 18, dude, and you're trying to do music, like what's the first step you took? Like, did you know people already making music, or like was it?
I would just be honest with you, I was just blowing money in the studio. Like I would use beats from YouTube. Mind you, I'm still fresh in it, so I didn't know about like, you gotta pay for the beat. So
Mhm.
I would go like to this one studio in Hollywood and I would record there for a minute. And I was just using YouTube beat after YouTube beat. And then
Like just downloading them
yeah,
or whatever.
and then and that's because I didn't know nothing about that business side
Yeah.
till later on this year. And he would tell me too, like the guy that was recording me, he would say, hey bro, like you gotta pay for the beat. And I was like, I do? He's like, yeah, and I was like, oh, like I never thought about it like that. But I would blowing money like nothing in the studio and different studios. I would go different
Like
ones.
just hanging out kind of shit, or like just bumping the beats.
I would bump the beats and I'd be, hey, I want that beat. I'll hear like two beats. I want those beats. He'll download them. I'll go in that booth and I'll do them, and then I'll finish the song. But I didn't like how I sounded.
Mhm.
I didn't sound like myself, and then I just kind of gave up. Went to go work a regular job. Came back, went to school, and I was like, when I was in college, it's not for me. I know what I want, but I really got to chase it. I got to believe in myself. I can't just have one foot in, one foot out.
Mhm.
And I said, you know what? Like once my semester finished, I was like, you know what? Like let me take this shit serious. I did my first song later that year. The love I got, crazy for me. I was like, damn, like actually fuck with me, like continue to do it. Maybe I'm not consistent as I want to be, but those 3 videos and those audio recordings speak for themselves. From what I got out right now.
Oh, that's what's up, dude. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, though, man.
So you were going to the studio, just burning money, like
Yeah.
working on songs that you didn't really like,
Yep.
dude. So you were
I-
like finding your way in
Yeah,
music and
yeah,
stuff,
just trying to
basically.
find my way.
So at least you found your beat styles. Like, how did you get in contact with all these studios and shit? And I'm only asking because there's a lot of people that might want to be doing music. So
Yeah.
like, you're fresh in the scene, right? So it's kind of like, how would you do it, dude? Like,
I'll say like one I can say just believe in yourself and have faith, and if you want music at whatever age, 18, maybe younger, you just have that always have that plan B, A, B, C. Always have those plans because let's say that I'm not saying it's working for me, but I've always had like that backbone. Hey, look, if it don't work out, I could go do this. I can still go and roll into this. Like always have your options open. But I say like if you want music, like chase it. If that's what you want, like believe in yourself first, and always have faith in yourself. Like if you're doing music for the right reasons, respect. If you're doing it for the wrong reasons, then get ready for the consequences that are gonna head your way. Because it's a positive audience and a negative audience. So it's like depending what you're putting out is the audience you're gonna receive. And that was something that my mom told me. She's like, you see, I see you doing your thing, but she's like, your audience is what matters. You see, you're saying this and this. Is that a positive or negative message? That's what Loki made me like kind of think about it. She's not wrong. She's right. Like, I don't know my audience. My audience is way older than me.
Yeah.
But it's like, let's say like a younger person tries to recognize me in the street or at the store. Hey, because to me, I'm so humble. I see myself as a regular person.
Yeah.
Like, it's official loss. I'm so normal. I haven't adjusted to attention.
Mm-hmm.
I feel because of where I come from and how I was raised is like, if it's given to you, you gotta earn it. And I took a lot of L's in the process to get that, which is blowing money in studios, not taking it serious, being back and forth, really losing connections, but then gaining better connections to better myself and better my surroundings.
Yeah.
I feel like what I would tell a younger kid that wants to do music, believe in yourself and always make sure that your family supports you and believes in you as well. Family plays a big part in what I'm doing now. Like my cousins here too, like having them in that video that's unreleased, which I'll show you guys after. But just having them in there, like it made me happy. See my family in my video. Like, that's something that I always dreamed of.
Yeah.
Having them in my video and stuff. But yeah.
And then like how did you find studios to start with, dude?
Google. I would go to Google and then I'll be like, since I'm close to downtown, I'll look for a studio in downtown. And luckily, that studio I was looking for, which his name I'm shouting out, which is She's John. He's he engineer. I was working with him in summer of 2024, and we kind of had like a little connection. And I would go to him like literally every day. I was there from like I'll go there at like 5, leave at 9, 10 o'clock.
Oh, really?
And I'll just record songs. It's the same thing I was doing in other studios, not paying for the beats.
Mm-hmm.
That same shit I was doing over there. Until I did my official song with my original voice. And ready, bro? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill it in one take. It took me like 3 takes, but
yeah, it's hard. Like I see a lot of people that have to punch in too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of new artists though, they rap just straight over the beat, right?
Yeah.
Like
I used to do that too when I was starting, but I was like, you know what, like. Me, I need my character. Like I can't do that. I gotta be myself. I gotta be me. And seeing them rap over the beat, it's cool. Some of them it works, but then some of them you don't understand what they're going so fast.
Yeah.
Slow down. So I feel like him too. Like John was a big factor too. Hey, bro, like, cause he's the one that told me. He's like, hey, dude, try to rap in your regular voice. Don't try to copy who had that voice.
Yeah.
Try to be yourself. And I was still naive too. Like, nah, I'm gonna do it like this. And I just give it that shot. I took my time with it and I did it in the booth and I went crazy the first day I dropped it and it was just like just seeing the numbers keep flying. I was proud of him. Like, fuck with me, they like me, like different. Okay, let me like take a month off, go back to the record again and the situations happen and it was just like, oh, I'm independent now.
Yeah.
I've been independent. I've always
so like as you were starting to do music, was like one of the things that like came your way? Like, do people reach out to you and like you mentioned you were in a rap group and shit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah, they reached out to me, and it was more like, hey, like let's do a group.
Yeah, like local people as well too. Yeah,
and I was, you know what, like,
are these people you knew for a long time, or
it was all through social media. Like, it was all through TikTok. I met him, and he was pretty cool. He was chill. Then it was just, we did that song in the booth. It was like his. You
have to put the mic closer to your like kind of like that.
Yeah, no worries. So speaking on that,
you don't gotta kiss it though, but you know, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking about that, like I feel like it was the demeanor.
Can you check the audio if it's coming in and out, like his mic?
It was a demeanor of it was a demeanor of his character. He felt like he was in a way like way advanced. So when I've seen the numbers go up, I'm getting calls from him, his people. Hey, bro, like that's what's up, fool. Like congratulations, like you did it. But then it was like, oh, dude, like the main reason why he's going crazy is because of this person, and I'm like, kind of already he's showing those early signs of like, the hell, like it ain't about who made what. It's we did it as a group.
There's our music
Yeah,
together and
yeah,
shit,
as a
right?
group.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I thought coming into it, and then it was just like seeing the way they were moving as a collective. Seeing how they're booking studio sessions with the same guy that I would book with, and wouldn't show up. And he called me one time, and this was the day that my sister had a seizure. He called me, he's like, "Hey, bro, you coming?" And I was like, "Nah." And then he's like, "Oh, okay." And then I guess he called them, and no answer, and no show. So he gave that studio time to another artist that was going. And he told me, he's like, "Hey, dude, like, at the time when I was still talking to them, he's like, hey, dude, like, try to tell them to let me know if they're gonna come. Like, don't be flaking because that's bad for business." I was like, all right, I'll tell them, I'll see what I could do. And it was just like, hey, dude, like, like when it comes to shit like this, you can't be flaking with producers.
You're talking about like these are the people that are my bad. I don't mean to cut you off,
Yeah, no
but
worries.
just so I could get the story straight. These are the rap group people that you're working with, right? So
Yeah,
it's
at the time,
like
yeah.
5 or 6 people, or because
It was like 3
I've
of
seen your
us.
music video and
Yeah.
I've seen a gang of fools
Yeah,
there, right?
it was just the 3 of them. It was the 2 of us. Well,
Uh-huh.
3 of them, basically us 3, and it was just like it started fast and ended quick.
Oh,
Because
okay.
there was just like so much, like the funny thing about it was that whole video that I shot, I paid that shit by myself, no help.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the beat, everything. And then after it came out, he was like, "Oh well, we made it like this because we were there. It's popping because my face is there." It's like you only got like 10 bars, and you repeat yourself multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying to keep it respectful without saying no names. It's like it's still our love. It's still our love. There's no hate, because all of us are chasing a goal. All of us are chasing a dream.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get to the. It's like not a race, but it's like a challenge in a way, right?
it's
You
like
want to be the top rapper and stuff,
And like I said,
And
too,
some people, I ain't gonna lie, I've seen some people make other songs pop, bro.
Exactly.
That like one person makes it pop. Like I know a lot of talented artists that don't get views, and they're dope as fuck.
Exactly.
And I know artists that are not dope,
But get
and they get a ton of views and shit.
Exactly.
You get me? And they could go and make a feature with somebody else and make a song pop together, right? Like I don't know, I've seen they work different ways.
And that's what I said too.
It's weird how music works, to be honest, and shit. You know,
it is because, like I say too, like falling back on that, it's like it teaches you about loyalty and who's there and who's not.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like-
great that you learned about this right away in your music
Shit,
career,
I
bro.
picked
That
it up.
it ain't always what it seems like, right?
Yeah, because
Like everything seems golden. You're in the studio and you vibing and all that, and then everybody got their own agenda,
Exactly.
right? You get me?
and it's like you see it too, and it's like, damn, like.
And it's
can't
not a
be.
problem,
Yeah,
right? You
it's
get
like-
me? As long as they're not deceiving you.
Exactly.
You get me?
know?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the thing too, is like they kind of saw that my foot was already in the door.
Mhm.
They're like, okay, he got motion. Let's see how much we can kind of take advantage of the
Yeah.
motion.
Well, you
Yeah.
seem like a go-getter, bro. Like, because, for example, you reached out to us, right? Like,
Yeah.
on Tap In Thursday, I think that was the first
Yeah.
show, and you started submitting your music and
Yeah.
started getting replayed. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people was fucking with the music. I
Yeah.
think you got some good reviews out of everybody that watches and shit,
Yeah.
And then, so I was like, all right. And then you started hitting me up like, hey, bro, like, when can I get an interview? And I
Yeah.
kept saying, damn, we like Swan, because we
Yeah.
are, bro. Like, right
Yeah.
now, it's a blessing that a lot of people tap in with us, and we got interviews through the mid of July right now lined up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some people, they cancel. It's not just talking about today. It's happened in the past, right?
Yeah.
Where life happens, bro.
Shit, it does.
Life is life and shit, right?
Yeah.
You can have a kid today. Somebody passes away tomorrow, right? Like, you don't know,
Yeah.
man, and that's why we respect people's time as well too, man. But like you seem like you have a go-getter attitude.
Yeah.
Meeting you right now, you seem really relaxed, bro. More like
Yeah.
like I feel like you blaze 2 blunts and shit, and you's ready to take a nap. Like you know how your energy,
Yeah, I'm just
right?
humble,
You get me?
man.
But I see you in the music videos, and you're rapping all calm.
Yeah.
But the way you message and all that seems to be like, hey, I'm trying to get this back, bro. You
Yeah.
get me?
Yeah.
So it's a different offset, you know?
Yeah, it's like like I said too, like in a video, people are gonna view you how they see you as your character in the video.
Mhm.
Like at first, of course, when I had the slick back, they're like, damn, fool, like feed him that way. Like you look like that cut fits you.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the cut I was rocking with for the other videos. And I was like, you know what? Let me switch it up. Let me like do a new style. And it was just like, I feel like the thing is too, like what kind of like happens when you're doing it is that most of your audience, they kind of assume that that you're this character in the video, but then when they meet you in person, they see how humble, calm. I'm humble as hell. Like I say too, like this. Yeah, doing music is fun. I love it. It hasn't. I feel like it would only hit me if I'm out in public. Somebody recognizes me. Hey, bro, let me get a photo. Hey, bro, let me get an autograph. Then I'll be like, oh shit, like I made it. Right now, baby steps. Now I'm still kind of climbing my way to the top.
So people see you and they hit you up like, yeah, I seen you on your videos and shit.
Yeah, like TikTok. Like I mean, I have a song with another homie, WS Valerio. He's from Vegas. We did a song together.
Oh, I think he tapped in on the chat.
Yeah.
The chat's right there. I don't know if you can see that far, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that because you have glasses.
Yeah,
I say
no,
that to everybody and shit, bro. You get me?
Yeah, like when he
yeah.
was the first homie that believed in me. Like he was the one that, hey, bro, like you go hard, bro. Like let's do it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let's do a song. We did a song together. I think it was the day after I think Christmas, going into the New Year 2025. We did a song, and then
You gotta speak closer to the
and
mic.
then we went
You
crazy.
can move the mic closer to you if you want to
yeah,
relax
nice.
back, dude.
But yeah, so with that song, we went crazy, and then we just had that brotherly bond ever since then. You know, he's been telling me, "Hey, fool, come to Vegas. Like, come on, man. Like, let's work out there." So like being tapped in from Vegas to going to the IE, being tapped in from IE Vegas to the Bay Area too. Like, that shit blow my mind because I'm like, damn, like y'all bump me over there. Y'all like I know about me. Like it hasn't. It doesn't even feel real, but it's real.
Oh, that's dope, dude. Yeah.
That's what I say.
I know when you came in here, you were like, "Oh man, I look at this shit from my phone.
Yeah, like
now I'm right here on the set."
Yeah, like it's like to me it's like a movie because it's like this is the type of shit you dream of. Like when you're doing music, like your goal is to get on a podcast, get on more podcasts with other podcasters, and just and talk about your journey. And it's like to be here, sitting here, talking about a live audience, live audience right here on YouTube. Like it's crazy because I got family tapping in as well, so it just kind of blows my mind. Like damn, like I made it. But I haven't made it to where I want to get to.
I think you got a long road still, bro, for sure. You get me? Building your social medias up and all that. And I know it's challenging and expensive as well, too, to make music, bro, you know? And shout out SI West Best, man. Thanks for joining us and shit, you know? I'm still trying to figure out what you meant by mods, M-O-D, so I'm going to figure that out and shit, you know?
No way.
But, hey, dude, so, Mars Queen Marlene, what's up, man? Damn, so... Going back to the group, bro. So you're making music with them. Like, how many songs you made with them?
It was
bro?
just one. It was
just one. Damn, and that didn't work out at all and shit.
It was that fast. It was that quick.
Damn.
It was just that one song, and it was just like.
That's like going on a date and leaving early and shit, dude. You get me?
Yeah.
You know it didn't work out. Oh shit. I thought you were doing like a couple studio sessions.
Nah, like we planned it, but it never came. It never came to like realization because my schedule was fucked up or their schedule was fucked up. Like they chose to film on the weekdays. I don't film until the weekends. That's my free time to go fuck around, do what I gotta go do, handle my business. And it was like, even to like that video that they shot, that's on the YouTube, I was supposed to be in it. But then like, hey dude, like you pay this much to be in it. Pay half. And okay, how much? And then they gave me a price. And okay, but then he added a little more money to it. And like I had thinking, I was like, I was gonna go, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna set out for this one. Cause I was like, you want me to pay this much for a video that I'm gonna be your background dancer, like kind of what you guys were to me, background dancers, but it's like, no disrespect, all love. Like I say too, like it just kind of showed me that, hey, look, like they see me as, he got the money, let's see what we could do. And
damn, you didn't even have bars in the video and shit?
I mind you, I was gonna go, but then I was like, something told me stay back. Don't even go, don't even show up.
No, but I mean, just to clarify, these cats,
the bars they had in my video, it was just
no, like you weren't even rapping in the video.
No. I wasn't even gonna rap. I was gonna be just in the
and
background.
They were trying to put you to put in. I mean, I guess if you're in a rap group, that makes sense though.
But I feel like
but like I've never heard of anybody getting charged to come out in a video and shit, bro. You know. But if you're in a group and then he putting money in your video when you're rapping, then that makes sense to me, you know. But if you just coughing up money, that's a good choice you made, bro. Was like fuck that.
Other shit too, like
I ain't paying for your music video.
Like mine too. Like I told him too, like when y'all come, everything's gonna be paid for. Y'all got it. They didn't even spend that $1. The only thing he did was the transaction for the beat, but I still paid him in cash. I was like, here for the beat that we used for in the booth. But still, like I still feel like, you know what, like I feel like if one party was more mature than the other, we probably would have been still a group to today. They'll probably still be here.
Yeah, because there's different arrangements people do, bro.
Oh yeah,
you know, there's different arrangements people do. Like they have people do splits, or people buy the song, or people buy like, I'm gonna do this on the strength for you, you know, or people support like, hey, you know, here's some feria, bro, to support you and shit, you know. But not like I don't know, man. You know?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, you gotta be leery in this game sometimes, bro. You know, because it is grimy for sure. You know, but there's a lot of good people out there, bro, trying to make things happen for other folks as well too, bro. You know, so yeah, it's good that you saw something and then you're just like observing it, bro, and that you could take that time because a lot of times people rush into stuff and it's a bad move, bro. You know,
it's like kind of being aware.
yeah.
How I was raised too, like not trusting what anybody says because I got so used to people walking out of my life. It was like that's the mindset I had. Like, oh, I can't trust you because you're gonna leave, and then I'm gonna be stuck feeling like me. And they're like, oh, I feel like shit because he left, and then I blame myself. And it's like I feel like I had that mindset. I don't have it. I don't have it as much as I did before, but it's like, and I'm gonna say this publicly too. Like, I feel like my girl helping me like mature more and kind of be more kind of not being on my ass, but like, hey, look, like, do not think about what that person did to you because that happened years ago.
She checked your ass. You talking about?
Yeah, basically, you know, like shit like that.
Don't be ashamed of it. My girl be trying to check me sometimes and shit, man. You know, that's why you have a significant other so they can keep you in line too, man.
You know. And I tell her too. I be like, you know what, like, I'm thankful for you because you put up on my ass. You put up on me, and it's like there's days where, you know, I may be just losing my shit, and it's just like, it's okay. I hear you. I know what you're going through. I hear you. Oh, okay, cool. But it's like kind of like having her supporting me, believing me, like that shit means a lot because, you know, when you're doing this shit, your family believes in you, but then they kind of doubt you at the same time. And they're like, oh, like, you're not gonna make it far. And negativity comes in, and sometimes when you let the negative kind of fuck with your head, like it's hard to take the positive notes. Okay, like when somebody told me, hey, dude, like the song went cool, it's good. I didn't know how to receive that. I was like, hell, but the other guy, I was too worried about comments, negativity.
Yeah.
I felt like one thing about it is when you do this, you're gonna get more hate than love sometimes.
And it's I love the hate.
You know what I mean?
I love
like
the negativity.
Now, like with me, I'm just like, I don't care because I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, like, I mean, you're still giving it a view. You're still watching this, so you don't gotta like my character, but just know, like, thank you for the view, appreciate it.
Yeah. No, and I, you know, like I'm lying about the negativity and the thing, dude. Like I'm more like I like to shine things off, but I take criticism back.
Yeah.
As a person, as a human, like I hate when people try and tell me like, oh, you should do this or you should do that, because to me it's like you should do that. You get me? But it took me a while, like, you know, like even with this podcast, bro. Like when I get home, my wife always gives me notes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I noticed you do this, or hey, you like you know, or like sometimes she'll text me. Like right now, she texts me that my boxers are showing and shit, bro. So you know, she like, you know, you gotta you get me. But like she watches, she helps me out, and she tries to make me a better podcaster, I guess, bro. You get me? But in the beginning, I would be like, you get me? Like, cause I don't take criticism well because I'm so used to people like hating, and not in general, like not on the podcast, but just in life in general and shit, bro. You get me? Yeah, like a lot of obstacles and like at work, bro. People hate at work. If you get promoted or you make more money, you get me? Like that's why they tell you when you make more money, you're not supposed to share it with the people, because if you make a quarter more than them, bro, they're gonna hate on you. Especially if they work harder than you and shit. You get me?
Like
so
it's a cold world.
It's like, just everywhere in life you're gonna. I've encountered like things like that where I just be like, sometimes things happen to me, bro, where I can't believe it, bro. Like I just be like, damn, that's a shady ass person and shit, bro. You get me? And I just be like shocked, but still kind of like, oh well, but fuck it, right? I gotta keep on pushing and shit, bro. You know?
And that's kind of the message I have is like, I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna be me because nobody can change me. I am the way I am, and stay like that. And nobody can tell me different. Cause like, I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna hear you out. But then that same advice you're giving me, do you take your own advice that give people?
Yeah.
It's like I say too, like, you know, like, yeah, my circle's small. It was just my family, but it's like, it took me a while to realize, like, yeah, family's really all you got at the end, because you can have a million homies, but at the end of the day, like, some are rocking with you for clout, the attention, and some are actually being solid, like just testing your loyalty. A lot of motherfuckers don't got loyalty. And I figured that out with the groups I was in. I seen, hey, you know, we did one song and they felt like, bravo, we did a crazy song, let's continue to do more. And there was future projects too. Like future videos, projects, but it was just like,
yeah, you guys must have had some stuff scheduled and shit, right? I mean, you feel like you get one good banger and you're on top of the world, right?
Exactly, you know.
It's like shit, we gotta keep this going
Exactly,
and shit,
you
man.
know,
You
it's just
know?
like, and people saw us too as like the big three, like okay, like because all of us had different flows, and it was like I was, you know what, like maybe we could do something. Just like a quick little cut, quick
Yeah.
little cut, and that was it. After that, like they did what they did, I did what I did, and I was just like I was more observing, like okay, let's drop it. The video, I said, good, you know, all love no hate, cause and
Yeah,
day,
that's the
like
one thing that you can't hold hate, bro, for
exactly,
sure, because you're not in a race, right? You're
exactly.
moving at your own pace.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start competing against somebody, you lost, bro, because what you're trying to keep up to something that's not you and shit, right?
Exactly.
Like you want to move at your own pace, how you
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable, and that's where you'll have more success. Is like I'm doing this my way, kind of thing, you know? Like I'll share something with you too, bro. Like for example, we're throwing a music show right now,
Yeah,
you know, and the people I expected to support us
yeah,
ain't even show up. You get me, bro? Like,
yeah,
not even a text message, not even a Instagram message, not even a repost of
yeah.
the flyer, not even like,
Not that like
n- I
nothing.
mean, hey, bro, like I don't even think they mentioned the show at all, and folks know who we talking about.
Yeah,
But we keep on trucking, bro. You know, we
yeah.
having a show on June 28th. Oh, I use this as a promo time.
Nah,
You know, we
yeah,
having the show on June 28th. Next Saturday, bro, and we got a dope ass lineup, regardless of what you get me,
yeah,
of who's supporting and who didn't.
yeah.
We appreciate everybody that did show support. We got a lot of love from it. Ticket sales is good, you know, but the folks that I expected
They come
was
forward.
like, you know, like, oh shit, you get me? I was like,
Yeah,
okay, that's a wake up call, bro. That's cool and shit. But again, I don't hate, right? I'll just keep trucking and
yeah.
pushing, bro, you know, and
Bro.
now I know kind of like where I stand in a way, you know, for
Yeah,
certain folks and shit, do, you know?
yeah.
Um, they told me not to say that, but I couldn't hold it back
I
because
hear
it's
you.
in concept and
Yeah,
shit,
I
you
hear
know?
you, man. No
And
worries.
I won't mention obviously any names
Yeah,
and
I hear
people
you.
know, you know? They know what people do and shit, you know?
And that's the thing too. Like even doing music, like you're gonna have like a lot of motherfuckers that are gonna envy you.
Mm-hmm.
And from afar, they'll be like, "Oh, we love you, dog. You go hard." But then when they're there in your face, they show love. But then behind closed doors, you know, they start taking shots. Thing is too is like I laugh at
or
that
the
shit.
or the worst is when they take shots, but they, what up, bro, man? Hey,
Yeah,
how you
exactly.
doing? And they be like,
Be
man,
like,
f that fool right there,
damn, I
good.
just be
That
like,
fool don't know, you know,
yeah,
like you
like
get
I feel
me?
like you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
the thing
That's the
too.
worst, bro. You get me?
Shit.
I'd rather have somebody be like, man, I ain't fucking with you, bro. You get
Exactly.
me?
Like
You whack. You
I
get
would
me?
rather just
Yeah,
you be
yeah,
straight
yeah.
up with me instead of you trying to.
And then we part ways. All right, homie.
Yeah,
Hey, good luck to you. I'll do my thing. You do your
yeah.
thing, and let's rock it. Right? You get me?
Exactly, and that's the
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
too. Like even doing this shit, like it's like I knew, I knew what I wanted to gain. For example, with the In the Booth song, that song has a message. It's a bunch of homies in the booth having fun.
Mm-hmm.
We're all, you know, rapping our style.
Yeah, I
You
thought you
know.
guys were all gangbangers and shit, bro. I was like, damn, there's a bunch of gangbangers in there with lasers and shit, man. You know? I was like,
You know,
man. I
and
was like, you gotta watch out for these youngsters and shit, man. They over
yeah,
there with the, what is it? The extended clips
yeah,
and everything and shit. I know they're all props and
yeah,
everything in the
you
video,
know.
man. You know?
And like I said,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like with that one too, was like just having fun. The second song was Ariana. That song had a deeper message to it, but it's because I promised her I would do her song. Yeah, and this was like when I was starting up.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'll do you a song, but then we fell off, came back. Okay. Perfect time. It was Valentine's Day coming up. And I did this song back in February, and I was perfect time to drop it. I literally shot 2 videos in one day, that same day. Did those videos. I showed her the video once my cameraman finished, which his name is 44 Films, the best cameraman in the
Mm-hmm.
game. You know, he filmed all my videos.
I don't know about all that, but I mean,
Well,
he
for
must be
right now,
good.
yeah,
Nah,
he
I'm
good.
I'm bullshitting,
Well, with
bro.
him, like
I'm bullshitting.
obviously, like shout out to him, you know, cause also like he also give me pointers and advice to like, hey, do this, or go
Oh,
right
that's
here.
dope, bro.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so like
yeah.
you know, having somebody like that as well. But going back on the Ariana topic, like when I did her that song, like it really felt like I was opening myself to a different genre, and it's good to explore different genres because
Yeah, your craft, bro. You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
like find your rhythm,
yeah, you know,
and try different things for different people,
yeah,
right?
you
You
know,
know?
and when I did it, like I got love for it, and it was just different because my voice is so deep. I never thought I could do a love song, but when I did it, it was like he was all like, "Oh my god, you did me a song," crying in tears, and I was like, "I did it because I care about you." And I know we talked about this song years ago before we even like before I was gonna get back into the game and do it, you know, really do it. And when I did it, like it just felt like it was meant to happen. Like that song was meant to come out. It was meant just to be out already. I did it, shot that video, and it was like I filmed in downtown LA by Crypto, right there at night, perfect, right there, and it was just like seeing her reaction is what made me kind of go more harder and stronger and really like, you know what, like I do gotta write her down. Like I could, like she always gonna support me. She's always gonna support me and be there when I need her to. I'm the same way.
No, that's what's up. It's good to have some good people around you, bro. And I feel like in life, you'll learn that a lot of friends won't never be there for you, right? Yeah. They can be your friends, like the friends that you can count on, bro. Yeah. Right? You get me? Like I got a handful of people that I can call any time of the day, bro. Yeah. And be like, oh shit, man, this happened, or I need this, I need a ride, or whatever, and they gonna be there regardless, bro. You get me? But it's a very few people, right? You know, and there's a very few people you would do that to, right? Right? Like not everybody's gonna get that kind of treatment, bro. You get me? Because then you get the people that take advantage of that shit too, right? You get me? But now I think that's dope that you're realizing a lot of this stuff early in your career, bro. You know, because you're gonna encounter it throughout. So you're gonna encounter people giving you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that for you, and then they don't answer, bro. Exactly. You get me? You're gonna encounter a lot of that fake stuff, a lot of fake love, a lot of
basically everything that comes with this journey. You don't encounter everything, but little by little. In the beginning, it starts off slow, and as you grow as a person and as an artist, you get more shit thrown in your face, and it's just hard because some of us, we take it, and some of us can't take it. It's like we get so angry because this person don't like us. We're not here to please that person. We're here to please our audience. That's the thing. That's the thing is that when some cats do music, sometimes they don't got an audience. Sometimes their audience is their family. Starting out, but it's something though. It's better than nothing. But like then they feel
and then if you do music for yourself, you're just doing it for yourself, bro. Like, and if people fuck with it, they fuck with it, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you got your own music, you bump it in your car. Yeah, like, I mean, it's expensive, you know? you play an expensive track. But hey, like, bro, I mean,
it's something that you did amongst yourself and, and your craft, and you made it come to life. Like,
and the other thing that I can tell you that you learned early on is you got to invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, like, why should anybody else? Exactly. Right? You get me? Or why should they, time is an investment too, right? Should anybody spend time listening to your music if you're not willing to drop your $300 on making a track and shit, right? $200 on a video or whatnot, bro. You know?
It costs, man. It costs. It really does, man. That's why too. Like, you gotta have money on the side to invest in your craft and also to invest in your character. Cause the thing is, what people get it is that it's a misunderstanding because like the way I'm dressed. They can think anything the way I'm dressed. They can say, oh, he's this color, and thing like that. But like at the end of the day, it's like, it's just I'm just how I dress because this is how I'm there. That side is how I dress normally. So like, but for the viewers, people who might have the misunderstanding with the way that I dress, they could think anything. And that goes to music too, because even music, like, like it was a lot of, like mixed emotions, but then like learning from that when I was going into this business, like knowing, hey, you know what, like, the rap side they don't take it serious. They don't take it serious because they feel like we're like one-time hitters. We go do a song. Because I'm saying, like you said, like there's some guys that are good that don't get the views they deserve. And there's guys that are not as professional but get the views, but it's because of the way the character. You got a bunch of tats on your face. Yeah. You're saying you're this and that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a tattoo on my face and shit, just so I can get popping and shit.
And it's like, and that's the character that the viewers see you as, so that's what they want. And then when they see a person that's not like that, has a more mature mindset, is more humble, he doesn't really see himself as an artist, but is an artist behind closed doors, they be like, okay, can we fuck with him? Can we rock with him? Because he doesn't seem that hyper energy. It's like, I got the energy, but
in the music and shit, right? That's what I'm telling you. That's what I mentioned earlier. Like your music's totally different from like your composure and shit. Yeah.
I'm just humble, like I said too. Like I'm just humble because this is a blessing to be here right now, live in front of people. Doing it on YouTube. Like this is a dream to come true. And I was supposed to do a podcast like literally like last year, but it got delayed because the person he was dealing with some stuff, so he kind of like he pushed it to this year, and then nothing happened, and I was just like, I can't just rely on this opportunity. Get more eyes on me.
Damn, a podcast busy for a whole year and shit?
Literally, dude.
Nah, it be like that, bro. It be like that. I mean, I have podcasts. At least they tell you that they're on the lineup. I have people that don't answer. I mean, not to interview me, but like artists that we work with. Yeah. Not answer or ignore it. Like, I think I just reached out to a podcast in Oxnard. you try and get somebody, and they didn't even answer back and shit, bro. You know, and it be like that though. It's all good, you know. People busy.
Exactly.
But at least Elite Solutions Restorations.
Yeah.
South Central in the house. Shout out my 88 Pee Wee Winos. I guess yeah, from that side right there. Shout out South Central, man. That's where you born and raised, right? He also said, "What collabs does the homie want?"
Any collabs, man. And if you any collabs, I don't mind.
I mean, if for big artists, bro. Let's say, I mean, obviously people are gonna want to work.
I mean,
you know,
I feel like a dream collab, low key. I would want to work with. And this is just me being realistic. I feel like I would want to work with like more like up and coming artists.
Oh, really?
Like the newcomers, because I feel like, I mean, the OGs are good too, but I feel like giving them an opportunity, giving them a chance to show their talent is what matters. Because as long as we work together as a team, then we're gonna succeed. But to be also for real, I want to collab with probably like, probably. I want to collab with probably Peso.
Peso
would be probably one. I would let it collab with like Bravo the Bag Chaser, newcomers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, guys who've been in the game longer that I looked up to, like guys like that, but also like OGs.
And those are who you bumping too, right? Because that was a follow up question. Who he did grow up bumping, but you're saying like Peso, right? You mentioned
and
earlier.
Also like ODs too, like the OD love songs. You know, like if they were still alive, I'd love to do a little them too as well.
Yeah, yeah. You sing and all that stuff, or just rap?
I try to do both. You know, I'm trying to get into that singing scene too, because as we go into a new year, it's every year is different. And that could be Latinos on top. Next year could be back to Spanish on top. So it's like it has its years when we're popping, when we're not popping.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in their eyes, it's like a race. It's like we're all trying to chase that one goal, that one dream. So we're all in that bubble trying to accomplish that one dream that we since we were young.
Yeah. PG929, did you raise your hand? And then you gave me a thumbs down. What you give me a thumbs down for? Lintonero, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by, dude. He said, "What up to the guests and shit, man."
What's up, man?
But yeah, dude. So, going a little bit more into the future for you, dude. Like, so those are the collabs you would like. How do you measure success in the rap game for yourself, dude?
I just leave it all up to God, man. You know what, like. He's got me through most of it. Praying to him and just being humble, really just staying humble and staying true to myself and not trying to do too much in the game. I feel like the thing is too, like your character and your demeanor matter when you're around actual people who believe in you.
Right.
But then when you're around bullshit, most of the time like you act a certain way. It's like just learning how to be yourself and be comfortable being who you are as an artist and as a regular human being.
And I think that's a trip too, dude, that she said thumbs down to the people that don't answer. Yeah, I get that a lot, man. You know, I mean, I'm just not that charismatic, maybe and shit. You know, or maybe too charismatic. I don't know. Maybe too real sometimes. You get me?
You gotta be like that.
But I guess Elite Solutions really wants to know of you from South Central, bro, because he said, "What's the best pizza spot in South Central and shit?"
Well, I'm by BMO, so what's around me is Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, Domino's. Those like them, and then going more down towards 3 or 4.
No neighborhood spots though, like.
Nah, I really kind of stay away from that just because like when I say like I'm borderline, I'm like right next to all like the fancy schools. You would see all that, so I'm like all by right there. So the more going towards down, that's where the places are at. You know. But I'm like, well. What's around me is just like the hood spots, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars, like the basic pizza spots. But
like me, like I fuck with Domino. I mean, I fuck with Little Caesars, bro. Yeah. The price point is good, and I love it. And my daughter's gonna hate that I mentioned this, but it gives her the runs really bad, dude. So I don't eat it. You get me because of her. So whenever I eat myself, I'll go give me some of that with the stuffed crust. Because of my daughter, we order Domino's because they got the new garlic stuffed crust. But we eat from a local spot called man, we order from that shit all the time, dude. I swear they must see me there like 2 times a week and shit, man. Honestly, dude. Tumby's is fire. Tumby's is out in Inglewood too, man. I be fucking with Tumby's and shit. I used to drive all the way from like the Galleria Mall all the way down to Tumby's in Inglewood over there to go get some pizza. Because my kids love it, my wife loves it, and all that, you know. But right now we get this place called Papa Guido's, bro. We like a lot of the hood spots, neighborhood spots, you know,
Yeah,
not hood like ghetto, but like
the
the
Papa's,
neighborhood
yeah.
spot. And this other place called Amishi, but Amishi be wanting like $35 for a large pizza and shit, bro. You get me? So
Charging
that's
too
for
much.
that's for a special occasion and shit.
Yeah, I hear
It do taste better though. I'm gonna admit
Shit.
the ingredients I don't know what the fuck they put in crack in that shit or whatever and shit, but that shit be fire
Yeah.
and shit, dude. You know.
Yeah.
But definitely Papa Guido's be popping and shit, dude, you know?
Mhm.
And I started getting the little personal pizzas so everybody can get their own little
Yeah.
personal and shit, you know?
Mhm.
Because everybody likes different things. Like, how do you eat your pizza, bro?
Yeah, pepperoni. I'm classic. Pepperoni.
Just plain pepperoni?
Pepperoni. Sometimes. Sometimes. That's it. Pepperoni. I'm so basic, bro. Pepperoni. Sometimes cheese if I'm feeling the cheese, but it has to be from like probably Domino's. I can eat Domino's, but then if I eat it too much, I get like the cardboard taste. So then I go to Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's more like it's not too doughy.
That's the fancy one right
Yeah,
there,
like
dude.
like
Pizza Hut right
Pizza
there.
Hut, I feel like
They
Pizza
also
Hut,
want like $25 for a pizza and shit. Them
but then I
freaking-
say too like
the original stuffed crust. I'd rather have the little bootleg stuffed crust, dude.
it's crazy too because the Pizza Hut like
Nah,
they
Pizza
have
Hut is
like
fire though.
it's a little pricier too, but
It's cheesier.
Yeah, and it's like and it's not too doughy. Like it's kind of like it's like soggy,
Mhm.
but not like it's perfect. Like boom,
Oh.
and like the pricing too. Like they went up now, but they be having stills like on TV. You know the ads. Oh, you get
Yeah,
$5 with this included. You be like, damn. And mind you,
Yeah.
I stay right next to a Pizza Hut, so it's like I'm by Pizza Hut, Domino's, and the
I'm about to
the
give me
big
some
three.
pizza today, dude. I haven't ate all day. I actually had 2 bags of chips. Actually, I'm lying. I ate a sandwich earlier. Yeah, like my wife likes ham, bacon, and jalapenos, and I dig it. I fuck with that one, but I like pepperoni, bacon, jalapenos, or pepperoni and jalapenos. You know?
Have you had a pastrami pizza? There's a spot.
No, I haven't.
There's
Dude.
a spot. I forgot where it's at. There's a spot somewhere out here that has pastrami pizza. It has like pastrami, mustard, and pickles on it. But it's gas and it's good. I've only had it a few times with my pops, but it's like I'm not really a mustard type of guy.
Oh, I hate mustard, but I eat the pastrami though.
Yeah, pastrami.
Yeah.
That shit I fuck up. But like the mustard, I'm like, I just eat.
Yeah. But I eat mustard on my pastrami sandwich and shit. But yeah, somebody asked where the Papa Guido's is on Aviation in like Artesia or something like that in the South Bay area, you know? Yeah, I like that one and shit. But yeah, you gotta have some pepperoni. That's what I mean. So I do fucks with the ham, bacon, and all that, but I like the pepperoni. It's just the taste of it, man. My dog likes that shit too, dude. You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Nah, so going back to you and your music stuff, bro. You know, like how like what's next for you in music, bro?
I mean, well,
So right now you got a little taste, right? Your video
like-
got some views, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the ones we played, right?
yeah, in the booth, and then I played Ariana, and then Troopin'. Troopin', I wasn't taking about that one. Troopin' is just low.
Yeah. And then you know what I was gonna say too? It's a refreshing, bro. Like, and I just remembered because Roto G tapped in right here, dude. Oh, tapped in. What's up, Roto G, man? Ox up. Like it's refreshing to see like rappers that aren't gangsters, bro. You get me? Like you say you went to college and shit, right? You know, like what you study in college?
I was doing the basic classes. I was just trying to keep myself busy.
Yeah.
And also just like
You didn't graduate then and all that, or?
I failed them. I failed the classes.
Oh yeah.
But it was like just cause kind of like my mom was like, hey, look, like you know what you want to do, like go to school. I went to school. You know, I was taking history, math, and child development.
Yeah.
So like it was fun. You know, I would go Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays for my development class.
Yeah.
It was like kind of like that class is a little more funner because I was learning about just like learning about like in a way like. Mind you, that class had like a lot of, you know, people who were older than me, also had kids of their own. So it was like, you know, you had moms taking this class a little older, you know, telling me, oh, you know about this? You know, I'm still fresh in the game. I don't know about any of this. Like, I'm not even a pops myself. So it's like, it's kind of like getting them telling me what they went through, how they kind of accomplished it, and how they overcome that wave when people, their parents weren't happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, too, like just learning about like kids' emotion. That's one thing that, I mean, as I'm getting older, you know, I wouldn't have kids, but it's like learning how to understand the child, learning how to have patience.
Oh, you mean if they don't do what you tell them, you just whoop them? No,
Nah,
that's not how it works and shit.
Nah, you really just gotta like.
That's how I was brought up. You couldn't even ask why, because I was a double whooping and shit. They'd be like, "Hey, go take that over there," but why I gotta take just? And then you got whooped twice. And shit,
back,
oh, you mean you gotta talk to them like they little humans
really
and
like,
shit?
in a way, like kind of like.
I always hear like you gotta get down to their level. I was like, fuck that.
You know, and like to go back on that, it's like kind of like having patience. Okay, cool. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna get you this, but you gotta deserve it. Like, if I give it to you when you don't deserve it, I feel like I'm just giving it to you. You're not accomplishing anything. And having that mindset, like, look, like, okay, cool. Okay, you had an A+ on your test, 100%. Cool. Let's go buy you a toy. Oh, you did this. You're not listening. I'm buying you shit.
Yeah.
You don't
I learned that the hard way, dude. Because when I first had my kids, we were excited. We had my son, a while ago, 15 years ago. Now he just turned 15. And for a while we would just buy him everything, bro. Like everything from little kid. Like he had like everything, because we grew up poor, me and my wife and shit. So we always like, oh, our kids aren't gonna need stuff. You get me? So we both worked and we were able to provide a good thing for my kids and shit, man. And as they got older, all my kids, dude, like my son especially, he would be like he would lose something. Yeah. And then I would be like, damn, where is it and shit? And he would be like, oh, I lost it. Well, we can just buy another one. It's only $40. Yeah. And I'd be like, only $40? Fool, give me $40, And then he's like, I don't have them. Then it's not just $40 and shit, right? Yeah. But he had to learn that the hard way, dude. And even now that he's 15, my son feels entitled to a lot of things, bro. You get me? Like, and maybe my wife's gonna hate I bring this up, but he just feels like, oh, like you're my parent, so you should buy it for me. And then right now we're putting the smackdown on that. You get me? Like, oh nah.
And that's the thing too. Like when you first have your kid and you first have a child, like you want to give them everything that your parents gave you. Whether you come from a background of being poor and that outcome, or coming from a wealthy family, like you want to just give your kids what you never had because what you had, because that was how you were raised. And you want to just be a better role model to that child and show them, hey, look, like maybe I'm a fuck up and maybe I'm a dumbass, but I'm gonna straighten your ass up, and I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna raise you. I'm gonna raise you the same way I was raised. And how I was raised was my mom and pops. Oh, Carlos got this, Carlos got that. So it was like kind of like having something given to me at a young age. Now learning that, hey, look, like this costs money. This costs money to do this. This costs money. So it's like learning that responsibility as I got older. Like, okay, cool, I could lay back. Okay, cool. I don't got money for this weekend, so I'm gonna wait till I get money to go back, go do this. Like kind of learning how to pause. Yeah. That's something that I didn't learn when I was younger, because everything was just gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the age where it's like, okay, like.
I used to get tricked a lot too. Like when I was, my mom didn't have the money to buy it, but she would tell me like, oh, if you do this, I'll get it next week. And obviously she never had the money to buy it, bro. You get me? So I didn't get it next week or the following week. And I was always so gullible to be like, oh shit, I'm gonna get it next week. Cause I remember being a kid like, oh, I'm gonna get that. You get me? Like,
and that's the thing too. Like,
you can't lie to kids.
Because
you're creating a liar, because you're creating an environment where it's like okay for them to lie, right? You know? Yeah.
And even that too. Like, I have so much patience with kids, man. I could be anywhere I go, I'm around kids, and I'm so like.
That's good. I'm gonna drop my kids off, dude, so you can raise them and shit. They got like 4 more years and shit. Nah, I'm wishing it.
With me too, like it's just like it took me a while to gain that patience with kids, because I don't have the business with kids. Like, being around that from when I was in high school to now, it's like I've had a better conscience, more maturity level. You know what? I shouldn't crash out when this kid is crying. I should just ignore it. And when you ignore it, they go chasing you, like, hold me. And it's like, if I don't hold you, you're going to keep crying. But if I hold you, you're going to cry. Shut up. So it's like learning how to say no is the hardest to a little kid, because they're so used to you.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's the thing that they don't tell new parents, upcoming parents, that once you have that bond with that child, that's all that child sees is you. Maybe his eyes aren't open, but he hears your voice. Yeah. He knows, okay, this is either mommy's boyfriend or this is my dad. Like, I know by his voice, I could tell who this person is, and how happy my mom is, how she's acting. Yeah. And that's something that, like, I learned in child development too. Like,
they learn who the boss is.
Yeah,
too,
you know,
right? Yeah.
And it's crazy too, because I learned.
And not to say it in a way like that, but they know the mom's the boss or the dad's the boss, like kind of like that, right?
Like they know who to mess with, and who not.
And then the
who
brother
not,
comes in, they be like, "That's just a punk ass
you
bitch
know,
and shit."
and,
No, bullshit.
and it's funny too because like I can say this too, like doing the child and development classes, I was learning about like why. Well, the professor at the time, he was telling us how like a lot of kids like come from broken homes, they lead to that gang violence. That's all they know. Because they feel like that's what they should do because they don't have a dad. So with that, I feel like that father figure, you don't have a father figure, it plays a big role depending on how the kid grew up. Because then he's seeing new guys every day. I'm not saying that happens, but like, a new dad, he thinks that that's his dad. But
I seen that shit happen.
and it's like, like kind of
Yeah.
like, I go like this, like my mom had a boyfriend after my pops. He was with me since I was like 8 years old. And he was trying to be like a father figure to me, trying to be like my dad. And, me being young, thinking of
Kicking him in his chin and shit, and all
like,
that, right?
just me kind of like seeing him like, okay, cool, like you're like a pops. I got to attach. And then he seen me grow up to 18. Then once he kind of bounced, it killed me because it was like I had so much love for this guy, and I seen him as my pops. It was like hard to just let that fall to go, and it was just like trauma that I had to get over. Yes, I done. Yes, of course, when you go through a hard moment, you choose alcohol or drugs to cope with it. When I was in high school, I was always getting faded in the bathroom, trying to forget that individual, and it's like,
And it's crazy that you noticed that that's what you were doing. A lot of people, give me 1 second, dude. Gregory, is that how you pronounce it? Come on, man, you coming in with that negativity. I don't usually call out the negativity.
Yeah.
We don't like blocking folks and shit or anything like that. But come on, man, you gotta come in with that negativity. At least it better not be a fake account. That better be your real account, man. If you're gonna be talking like that, especially, bro, don't come in here net banging and all that. Just enjoy the content, bro, or you skip out and hop on another show, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be coming to spread that negativity and shit, man. But yeah, that's good that you noticed that because a lot of people fucking that was like, what about lobsters? Come on, man, don't feed into it. But yeah, like that you were willing to understand that that's what you were doing it for, bro.
Yeah.
Some people start doing drinking and drugs and they don't realize it's a reason, and they continue on for their life. Like I know a couple cats that have died off of like cirrhosis and shit, bro. Like like just liver, like damage and shit.
That's shit too.
Like older men do. When I was a kid in the 8th grade, I've seen at least 3 people die from that shit, bro. And you would see them drunk every day. But like bloodshot eye drunk, you get me? Like the kind like you're hungover, but you're drunk, you get me?
Yeah. Like,
and that was just them,
that's the shit too. Like kind of seeing it even with my family too. My family, they're alcoholics. Being around it for so long, like I'm at the age where I could do it, but now it's like I don't do it. It's not for me. Like finding what's for me, like finding what fits for me. What I like to do. Like, okay, cool. I think water, soda. Yes, they offer it to me. I take a little sip, but I'm gonna stick to water or soda because that's what I'm comfortable. Finding what you're comfortable with, that anything like that too. Like, I had a bunch of homies. I had one right before we graduated. He was a big time drinker, smoker, and it was just like the last time I seen him was literally like probably 3-4 years ago. He invited me to his pad, and this is when I was doing my little smoking thing. And I remember I bought something off him. His eyes bloodshot red. He was slow. His skin was peeling with pimples. And I noticed it. Felt bad because I was like, damn, like nobody's helping him. If all the
people
homies
get yellow and shit, bro, you get me?
And he's walking all like this, talking so slow, and I'm like, the reason I know this shit too because my mom's ex used to be like that, be heavy on that. Living it, you kind of want better for you. Then when you're around that certain individual, that character, you end up acting like him, but you don't see it amongst yourself. But your people call, oh, bro, you're acting like this guy. Or you're acting like him. You're so negative. It's like you don't see it in yourself, but people call it out and they check you. That's one thing with my family. They always check me. Hey, don't do this. Hey, that. Hey, people like this, don't do that. It's like having a family that cares. Homies gonna be there too, but it's
or people. Some people don't have a mom and dad, but they got like that one person, an auntie, an uncle, a best friend, a wife, a girlfriend.
And that's what I said too. Is like, always love your mama, always love your pops. No matter what the outcome is, because you said earlier, like you don't know when it's their last time here.
Yeah,
like,
and I know people too that have had like a life, and then it all fell apart. and then they started from scratch, and they're better off than they were before.
Exactly.
You get me? And it's just damn, like and it makes you think sometimes, like damn, like like are you living the best life and shit, right? That you could be living and shit, dude. And that's why you always gotta be happy for yourself. This is one thing I always tell my wife, like when we was dating when we was younger, dude. Like like getting into our 20s and 30s, like you gotta be happy for yourself. Like you gotta like if you're not happy, then nothing will ever work out, right? Because you gotta be yourself. You gotta be able to be yourself and love yourself, and before anybody else can do that for you, bro.
And that's one thing that you have to learn.
You get me?
Like,
Yeah.
my partner, like I tell her, I'm like, look, this is what I'm doing. And I'm like, it's gonna be there's gonna be fangirls like that. I'm be like, but my thing is I have respect for you as a woman, so I know where me and you stand. I know if I'm over here doing a show, that just say I do a show, I'm not tripping on that because at the end of the day, I know what I'm with, and not just that, I know my worth. So I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go fuck up. No, I I've I like that. I wasn't raised to go fuck up. Oh yes, I pops who did that. Just seeing how that ended is like you want to you want to be a better version of your dad you could be, and whether like it's changing your bad habits, which I had to do because it was like I seen that when I was starting before I would always get high in the studio, smoke and rap, but I didn't like what I was saying because I was mumbling all the time.
Yeah,
And
you
then,
lose focus. And
yeah,
shit, right?
So then when I low key did, which the first song in the booth was sober me, I saw just my energy, how I was, how I acted. I was like, I fuck with that version of Carlos. The other version I don't fuck with it, but this version I do.
Yeah.
And I was, you know what? I'm just gonna stay clean. Stay clean. Kept on staying clean. I mean, it would be offered to me, but it's like, I'm good, homie. Like, you keep that. You go ahead. You finish that blunt.
You gotta put the mic closer to your.
Yeah, so like kind of.
You can move it, bro. Like it moves like this, look.
Oh.
So you can, I know you're trying to sit
Yeah.
back and be cool.
So
and
like,
shit now, but
yeah, but like I said too, like
shit,
it's like learning how to say no was hardest in the beginning to do, but as I started seeing like cause dude, it would make me lazy. I'll wake up late. I'll be eating at 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm like, what am I doing up at this time? Like, why do I got the munchies?
Yeah.
And also like, mind you, like I was going through a hard time at that time too, because I was still like trying to find myself. And then, once me and her were talking again, it was like that's what God sent me. God sent me her to, hey, put your ass in check. Hey, look, like, yeah, I love her to death. She cool. She might rather die. She's everything I could ever wish for. There's days where she doubts herself, but it's like, hey, look, like you're good, you're solid. Like, like there's been days where like, like sometimes, she be getting stressed out. But it's like, I understand, there's gonna be days where you're stressed out, there's days where you're gonna lose yourself, but always know that you can talk to me about it. Maybe, I'm having a bad day. Maybe just hearing your voice might change my day. Just always know that you have that reliable source. And maybe you can't express your feelings, so you're gonna cry. It's cool, cry it out. Go on mute if you gotta cry. Like, like don't be scared to show that soft side of you. That's one thing that I learned is like learning how to show that soft side of me, because I've always had that machisto vibe, like, oh, I'm this tough guy. But once you kind of get older, you realize like there's bigger dudes and tougher dudes that could fuck you up. So it's like learning how to like low key like
be humble.
Exactly.
Shit,
so
man,
it's like learning how to humble myself, and that's what I learned. Humbling myself is better because then people get two sides of me. They get the humble side of me, and if you're on bullshit, you get the bullshit side of me. But I really try to low key like leave that character locked in that door, and no matter like. You can piss me off, curse me out, call me all these names. I'm gonna give you the reaction you want, but I'm gonna say it in a respectful manner. It's like, hey, dude, like, don't be saying that, fool, because, ain't no need for that type of energy right now. You don't like me, it's cool. Stay over there, or this happened to you. No need to bash your boss. Don't need to bash this person. Like, it happened because it was meant to happen. Like,
yeah, there you go.
Kind
You
of
gotta, like, keep moving on and shit.
Like, that's some shit that I had to learn from my mama. Like, my mom taught me, like, always be grateful for what you have, because one day all this could be taken from you. And I mean, there's days where I'm shooting videos and she be like, "Be careful," worrying about me, but cause I'm her only son, so it's like, in the beginning, like I would always bicker with her, argue with her, but that's any son, you always argue with your mama, you always say things about your mama that you regret.
Yeah, when you're younger,
but just seeing how like she's done everything for me. Played father, my dad was there too, but she played both roles, go to all my basketball games, parent conferences, everything. Like she was always there, school materials, backpack shopping, all that, like. Always there, so I considered her as like mom and dad. Knowing I had a pops, I just knowing, hey, look, like I could count on my mom to help me with whatever, and that's why I tell her too. Like, when she told me, hey, look, like, what are you doing this for? What message you trying to spread? I'm just being myself. I'm telling y'all a story that it's true. I'm telling y'all, hey, look, I got homies in the booth going crazy. I got a girl that I love, and I'm trooping. I'm basically solo dolo. Like I'm vibing by myself. Like there's a message to it. It's just you gotta really like find the message. Like with the new song, and this is the title. I'm gonna give it to you. It's called God Please Listen, and that's the message to him because I ask him for a lot. I'm always asking him to keep me safe, keep me blessed, and always praying to him. And I know when it's my time, I gotta go ahead and fulfill what I asked him to do.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So it's like always like I'm not gonna say I'm not religious. I believe in him. Yeah. You know, I'm always praying. Like even my worst moments, I be telling him like, look, like I feel bad, I feel negative. I would say, hey, look, can you take the negative thought out of my head, like distract me? Yeah. And he does, you know. And I feel like when he sent my girl my way, it was like she's my guardian angel. She's gonna help you through whatever. And since December to now, about to be 7 months. Yeah. That's how strong we been. Oh, and just like you seeing that the outcome of it. You know, yes, there was some ups and downs. You know, there was doubt, but it was like always reassuring each other and being there for each other is what really mattered through this whole run. Even now too, I be telling her like, look, like it's crazy that I'm on a fucking podcast and I'm doing this. I'm doing like these are baby steps, baby moves. But to me, this is a dream come true.
And honestly, dude, like I want to say shout out to Demon Novero, dude. Salute, bro. Thanks for tapping in, man. You know, I appreciate that. And then the other thought, I have two more thoughts. Yeah, no the other thought was like, yeah, bro, like sometimes you gotta let shit go because sometimes one thing that I learned in life, dude, I feel like I'm a little old, dude. You know, I'm not a like old, right? Yeah. But I've seen a lot in life, bro. You know, and one of the things that I've learned that took me a while, like I used to press issues, bro, for anything, because when I was younger, I was willing to take it as far as it was gonna go, right? You get me? Like, and that's one thing that I learned through time was like, damn, look, if I'm willing to take it far and the other dude's willing to take it far, then that's not a good outcome, right? You get me? So then I start thinking, well, shit, maybe that issue ain't so bad. You get me? Like you get me? So I've learned to let things go, like where I just be like forget it, dude. Like, you know what? It's not that big, you know. And my girl used to, when we were younger, she used to get me all the time. She would even like my wife one that will not let me win the argument, bro. You get me? Yeah. So she taught me how to be like, oh, just let it go. You get me? Because she willing to go. You get me? So she would be more like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have that. Is that important to you? You can have like. And that shit will get me hot, bro. You get me?
Because she's throwing it in your face.
Yeah, because she's just like telling me, like, she's ending the argument, but she's telling me that she's ending because she's letting me have it. You get me? And then that's why I was kind of like, and honestly, to me, that helped me a lot, like, at a younger age. Like, cause I'm talking about, like, in the early 20s, bro. You get me? Yeah. Like, was like, man, you know what? Like, like, simple shit like that will make me explode. Like, imagine, like, I would get into argument with my wife, and now we're arguing over some dumb shit, though. So then in the streets, or I don't want to say in the streets, but like with another man, bro, you get me? Like somebody can lose their life type shit, right? So you just like, you know what? Like, I'ma just let it go, dude. Like, you know what? We bumped into each other. Hey, my bad, homie. I'm walking this way, bro. You get me? Or like at the mall, I was walking in the mall, and then some guys behind me with a stroller, and then he's like, excuse me. And then I'm trying to eat my ice cream. I'm with my daughters and shit, and I turn around, and the dude could easily go around me. But he's like trying to move me, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna let him saw that shit, dude. You get me? But I learned in life just like, all right, like certain things are not worth pressing, bro. You get me? Like, and if they're messing with your fams or your personal space, it's different. You get me? That's different. But like shit that sometimes won't even matter, I just be like, fuck it, bro.
Like just being humble. That's really what it is. I just be humble, and you know, if it's bullshit, you know, let it slide, because that shouldn't be your focus. You know, you're trying to be great at something. You're trying to move up in life. You're not trying to like, the goal is to make it out where you come from. It's not to go back to where you come from.
Yeah, definitely.
It's to achieve your dream, and if that's to move your mama out the ghetto, move into a bigger house, a mansion, then that's what you're chasing. But the point is to when you hit that jackpot, don't go back. Because you're going back to square one where it all started. Maybe when you get older, you go back and open stores, but it's like...
Or you help build somebody else up, dude.
Exactly.
And I think that's what a lot of folks forget. And I don't want to say they do. I don't know what people do in their personal life.
Yeah.
But like me, dude, and I don't want to put that, but like I always like helping people out. But I wasn't like that before.
Same way.
You know, because I wanted to be like a rich person, or I wanted to be. You get me? So I always wanted to do it myself and all that. But then like I realized like, damn, bro, like I have nothing growing up. There's a lot of people still going through that struggle, and that's why we hold contests and we hold competitions, or we, you know, like things like that to help folks out, bro. Because you know everybody can use a hand up. You get me?
And that's something too that like that's been
So you always
too.
gotta keep that in your mind, bro. Like if you do ever blow up, just remember the struggles you went through, and then like you can come back and help somebody get through that struggle. You know?
And it's crazy too because like my goal with it too is like if I ever do, you know, is to always get back to where I come from. Have like the little like tour drives and shit like that, and like get back to the kids that live in Section 8, you know, that live in those type of housing environment, live in the projects, like get back to every culture, not just one race.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's how we are too, bro. You know, like, we don't. Yeah, you know, you're black, you're SA Chinese. There's talented people from all walks of life, dude. You know, and there's good and bad people from all walks of life too. Sure. But I just want to have this question, Lintonero. You said, Smurf, what you know about Galleria at Tyler? Yeah. I don't know what that is. You know what that is?
Nah.
I know the Galleria, like they have a couple malls that are Galleria. Yeah. I don't know what, like Tyler, but let me know, bro. I'll see what's up and shit. You know?
Probably a store or something.
What's Club Metro? Is that a club here? Last time I went to a club was Mi Hacienda. I haven't heard of those clubs. I haven't been clubbing since, fuck, dude. I want to say at least more than 17 years, dude.
Yeah. I went one time, that was it.
Nah, that was it? You were like, this ain't for me?
Yeah, literally, like, I went and I saw how people were, and I was just like, nah, it ain't for me. Because my homie invited me. He wanted me to go with him. This was like, this was the beginning of 2024. He wanted me to go with him. And I was like, I felt bad saying no, so I just went. Mind you, no, this was this year, beginning of the year. And I went, and I just didn't like it. I didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because he was black. He was turning up, having a blast. And I was just like in the corner, like, I really don't want to be here. I don't want to be fucked up and leave.
Yeah. I'm so, like that, dude.
Yeah, so it was like, you know, I was, you know what, fuck your food, have your fun, dog. I'm gonna stay over here and just kind of just make sure you're straight. And then he told me too, like, because it's been a minute since we kicked it, but he's always trying to get me out the house. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to record, fool. I don't want to go nowhere. Like, dead ass, like my schedule, just studio, video, home. I'm a homebody. I like just being home. I like going out too, but like, it depends who I go out with. Like, if it was family, okay, cool. But if it's with homies, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay home.
And my wife used to like clubbing, so I used to go with her, but I'm glad she stopped. Like, cause I don't like dancing.
Yeah.
You get me? And I like boogieing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get some drinks in me, and there's a song that come out, and I'd be like, hell yeah, this is my jam right here, bro. But I don't like dancing, you know?
Yeah.
But that's a trip. They were saying right here too. Lisa says kindness always comes back. Yeah, definitely. I think, you know what's the craziest thing to me, dude? I've never been used to have people being kind to me. So when people like would give me something, like I'm not used to getting gifts. My wife is like probably the only person that gives me gifts, bro. You know, but and my kids and stuff. But like when I was growing up, dude, you know, a lot of people would trick me or bullshit or whatever, right? You know, and so like, I remember when I was in my first career, they would give me like something for my birthday, like out of just the kindness, because they knew me and shit. Yeah. And I wouldn't know how to react. Like I wouldn't know. Like I would be like, "Oh shit, you got this for real and shit." And I would feel like obligated to try and get them something and shit, you know, because I wasn't used to like kindness, bro. Yeah. And then kindness is not just gifts, but even people giving you compliments or people giving you like looking out for you, like, you know, like
shit like that.
Like it's just like you're not used to shit like that, dude, you know?
So like when it's given, even to me, like, hey fool, like you go hard. I'm like, I do. Hey fool, you're tough. I am. I act all like surprised. I'm like, shit, I don't even think I'm even that good.
Yeah.
Because there's times where I just, you know, I'll be in the studio and I'll be there for 8-9 hours and I could get probably 10 songs done in those makeup hours that I'm there. And it's just like, just know, because what I do a lot, and this is a little secret to my craft, I study the songs before I go. So I already know what songs I'm going to do.
Oh, all right.
So
don't waste time and shit,
so I
man.
lock it in already. So when I'm going, like, you know, John already knows what I'm going to do. So Carlos coming through. He don't come from this time. He's coming here to work. He knows I don't come to bullshit. There's times where I used to come bullshit, but it was like, I gotta mature because this is if I want to take if I want people to take me serious, not just as an artist, not just as an artist, but as an independent artist and as a person, human being. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. You know that name, Los, official Los, it's just a character. The character they see me as. So it's like, original name is Carlos, so they see me. Oh shit, that's what's up, Carlos. You know that's where the name came from. My pops was like, call yourself Los, dude. Yeah, don't call yourself other names. Call yourself Los.
Yeah, I think that's pretty dope, dude. So that's how the name official Los came out.
Yeah, first it was Los. So I was, you know what? Let me add the officials because I feel like official would make me stand out a little more.
Yeah.
I said, fuck it, add the official. And I did. And it was just like, just seeing this, people who were like, nah, you ain't gonna do it. Just seeing them believe in me now and seeing like I keep going, keep chasing that dream. It's all love at the end of the day.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. Yeah. So, like, anything you want to tell the folks? We're coming in over an hour right here, dude.
I mean, I'm gonna say
actually, let's go through, read some comments and shit, bro, you know?
Real quick.
You got some love from Aiden Castro, bro, you know?
My little cousin.
That's what's up, man. Jordan and shit, you know?
Y'all welcome to ask me anything.
Young Lokes.
Oh, yeah, that's the homie from the IE. Me and him got a song coming pretty soon. We got something coming.
Oh, that's what's up, dude. Yeah.
I've been into the IE with him.
I don't think I meant anything. Oh, I was gonna tell you something on the pizza, bro. Like if somebody told you, hey man, I want a pizza and shit with pepperoni and jalapenos. But let's say you only heard jalapenos, like I want a pizza with only jalapenos.
Yeah.
Would you get the pizza like that, or would you think like, let me ask him if he meant just jalapenos? Because is that kind of weird if you just get a pizza with jalapenos, cheese and jalapenos?
Low key, it depends what you're craving. It sounds pretty fucking weird, but it's like when you think about it, when somebody says, "Hey, can I get a piece of jalapeno?" You're thinking, are you off the munchies? Like,
I would ask, right? Like, hey, sure you don't want no pepperoni in that shit or something, no?
You don't want no beef on it. You don't want no chicken. You just want jalapeno with cheese because you could get that at the house.
Oh, that's what's up, dude. Yeah. But and let's see with Mars Queen. Haha, you don't know about Club Metro. Yeah, I've never heard about Club Metro. I guess that's a club over there on their section and stuff, man, you know? But anything you want to tell the folks right here, dude, you know?
I say, well, my new video coming out pretty soon. It's called God Please Listen. My cousins that were here. I got another project with the homie from Vegas, WS Valerio. Shout out to him. Shout out to the homie Lokes. You know, we got something coming too pretty soon. Might be sooner than later. You know, shout out my girl Ariana. Shout out her family. Shout out my family. Shout out my mom, my pops. You know, shout out my sisters, my uncles. Shout out everybody basically.
Shout out Yo Boy Smerf from the Champion City podcast.
You know, shout out Smerf. You know, shout out him for the opportunity. You know, putting me on this platform. You know,
that's how we do it, bro. And like I say, anybody can reach out, homie, and we put some on the books, bro. We don't care if you got 1 million followers, 10,000 followers, 100 followers and shit. We all start at zero, bro. We started at zero just like everybody else, homie. And the grind and the consistency is what's gonna get you through it, and being real to yourself, I think, and all these lovely people that follow us, bro, and tap in with us, man. You give me I appreciate you guys, man, for sure. You know.
And also too, if anybody want to work features, y'all can DM me at Official Los on Instagram.
Yeah, what's your YouTube? You have a YouTube? Or?
Yeah, I gotta check it out real quick. I got everything right here. Let me go to it.
Yeah, make sure you guys go. If you listen to his music and if you like it, give him a follow, bro. You get me?
My Instagram is official_Los right here. And then my YouTube, same thing. It's Official Los.
That's what I was gonna school you right then. I'll be like, man, if you gotta tell everybody there's 3 different handles, you lost them, bro. You just give them your main one, you know?
Right here, just go to my Instagram, official. It's three underscores and then Los. If you go to my bio, I got my Apple Music, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Y'all can subscribe. I'm trying to hit at least 100 before the beginning of next year.
Let's get them to 100 today, man. Come on, anybody go over there. What is it? Underscore?
It's three underscores and Los. It's official__Los.
Official__Los. How about y'all hook them up, man? Go over there and give him a follow, bro, on Instagram. Get him to that 100 today. Show him some love, man. His music is dope, bro. And your story is interesting, and I applaud you for not getting into that street life type stuff and still being able to do some music and all that shit, bro. You get me? Like, and I think advice-wise, I would be like, if you didn't know what to take in college, just take business, bro. That's what I tell everybody. you'll never go wrong taking business and shit, man. You know. But shout out to Elite Solutions Restorations, bro. Thanks for tapping in again. You know, I'm really not at the club, dude. I heard WSR always got. Oh, they're talking about the club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we put it right there, dude, on the chat, man. Y'all go make sure get him to 100, bro, to inspire him and keep him moving and shit, bro. You know, yeah, West Factory always support the homies. We try, bro. We try and do our part, man, for sure. Y'all can always count on us to bring some undiscovered raw talent on here, man. You know,
like I say, I got my video coming out pretty soon. Got more music in the chamber. I'm just flowing with the game, taking my time, no rush, but just expect more from me, man. Maybe might be a OD beat. Tap into the ODs. Like I said, anybody that wants to work, DM me Instagram, official__Los. My YouTube, Apple Music, and SoundCloud are right there. Y'all welcome to hit me up. Let's work. Photo shoots, anything. More podcasters, y'all welcome to hit me up as well. You know, it's all love. You know, I'm here to stay.
That's what's
I
up.
appreciate all the love in the chat.
Elite Solutions Restoration say stay consistent, homie. You know?
Man, hey, that's what I've been doing, man. I've been low key. I've been moving in silent, but let's believe, hopefully by next year, my goal is to at least have 100 videos and 100 songs out.
Damn,
on
that's
my
what's
YouTube.
up, bro. Yeah.
So, you know, like I say, it takes.
You're going to have to work that overtime, bro.
You know?
Yeah, that's just expensive. But nah, I like your ambition, bro. Like I said, I see it in your messages and shit, bro. You got your spot today here, man. Hopefully you can get to a little over 100 followers today, homie. Yeah. That'll be dope for you.
And also, too, I want to shout out 44 Films. You know, he filmed every video from in the booth, Ariana the Troopin', and to God Please Listen. Shout out to Mad Matt Beats. He's the, you know, I use all the beats as well from him as well. Shout out him. Shout out She's John. You know, they're all on Instagram. You're welcome to follow them when you guys follow me. You know, just expect more music. Expect a vlog pretty soon in July. First time ever doing a vlog, but behind the scenes of how I get down to music wise.
Oh, that's dope. Creating your content, bro. That's what's up, man. You know?
But like I said, appreciate everybody for tapping in. All love, and like I said, any features, let's work. There's for me no price because I don't charge for features, so I don't go off who's hardest, who's not. But if you got bars, come my way and let's work.
That's what's up. Hey, so thanks for everybody that tapped in. Hey, tomorrow we got the tap in Thursday. We're going to have the Outlaws Takeover tomorrow. So they're going to come with a lot of music and shit. Make sure y'all tap in. We're also going to be giving away the free slot, maybe some free tickets for the show, man, that's coming up. I think I only got like 7 tickets left in my possession and shit. So if you could be in the Oxnard area, man, tap in, bro. Like, you know, we got you and shit. I know the other homies got some tickets too. So reach out to any of the artists, see if they got some. And we're going to be in Oxnard next Saturday, man, rocking the city, bro. So tap in tomorrow, guys. Any artists, we're going to open up the phone lines. You got to come out with 6 bars, man. If you got 6 bars a cappella and the people vote you in, you're going to be able to perform and open up for Yellowhead and Young Dopey. So everybody on here that knows somebody that wants to go into Oxnard and perform, make sure they tap in tomorrow. Anybody that want to go to the show, I'm going to give out 2 free tickets tomorrow as well, too, man. And let's get it popping, man. Come and show support and see what we could do, man. You know, appreciate y'all for tapping in today. Until tomorrow, man. Tap in Thursday. Let's get to it. Have a good night, y'all.
Right, peace, man. Appreciate it.
Champion City Podcast, where we tell real stories from grinders, hustlers, and everybody on the come up. If you're still in the trenches or you still trying to get that bag, this for you. This your blueprint, your motivation, your platform. Let's go.